there's a whole story. It's probably a screenplay where you and I decided to just, I think we had seen in the news that Lady Diana or Princess Diana and her husband, Charles, had just been to Vancouver for like a fair. And we decided...
It was the Expo.
Expo.
It was like Expo 87
Yeah.
or something. And we saw an ad where they made it look amazing in the ad. And I think you, as a historian type person, knew about the Chicago Expo of like 1904 or something that was very impressive. And we just managed to convince ourselves that if we missed Expo 87 in Vancouver, we would regret it for the rest of our lives.
I still stand by that.
Expo 87.
And by the way, the Expo was over. The Expo was over, but we thought, we'll see the remnants.
Oh, no.
So I remember we flew to Seattle.
It was like all business, too. It's just like Xerox had a thing because they had a new copier.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a new kind of asbestos they were coming out with.
You saw it in the paper and you're like, we got to go there.
We got to go. So Greg and I fly. I mean, other people on their weekends are, I'm in LA. I'm going to get on a boat with all my friends. And we did know people, Billy Kimball, Ian Maxstone Graham, who lived in a cool house. They all were writers. They would go out they would rent boats and all split it. And on the weekend, they'd go out and wear yachting caps and have fun. And there were women on the boat. And you're like, we're like, suckers.
Xerox has a new copier. So we're going to be the first to see it. We're going to have our pictures taken with the new Xerox copier.
So we fly to Seattle. And then we drive in of course, the cheapest rental car you can get. Like,
oh my God.
The Hyundai Bulb, and it's a light bulb. They turned into a car, and we drove that from Seattle to Vancouver, and then we're in our motel room, quickly sussing out that, well, this expo isn't really happening, and it's raining a lot, and all the exhibits are closed, and there's half a Ferris wheel. What are we doing here? And then we're spending a lot of time. We got hooked on
Beachcombers. There is a Canadian content show that ran for like 50 years. It's like the Bold and the Beautiful of Canada, called Beachcombers.
The Beachcombers, I think.
The Beachcombers.
Yeah.
And Bruno Gerussi was the star and creator, I believe.
I'm glad you got that right. That's some mail I don't have to answer.
And we decided we had to go watch it be filmed. And
we decided there was one particular character on it who didn't have many lines, and we decided we have to meet him. And we made a promise to ourselves, we're going to shake his hand before we leave Vancouver. And then we went and we got reporters' notebooks, and we're interviewing people all over town, pretending we're reporters. And then we went
to the CBC. Mm-hmm. We found out they were shooting at Gibson's Island, mm-hmm.
Which
I now am like in that community a little bit because I shot Upload up in Vancouver,
mm-hmm. Yep.
And so
You've returned to the scene of the crime.
I've returned, yes. People send me like Beachcombers shirts, like all the crew that I worked with there. But yeah, so we had to get to Gibson's like in time to go back to Seattle to get our flight, and we were running out the clock trying to figure out how to get to the set, and we missed the ferry that goes to Gibson's, and it was the last ferry. There would be no way to get there. So then we went down to the docks and we started talking to fishermen, and we explained our situation.
Like a TV show?
Yes, and we paid some guy to go faster than the ferry in his little fishing boat.
And we're so excited. We jump in this boat and we're beating the ferry, and we're like, yeah, we're going to get to the island before the ferry. And then we get on the island, and and then someone tells us the character we want to shake hands with. He says, oh, yeah. No, I think he lives over on Mapleton Avenue. You and I fan out, and you take
we're
one...
We're pounding on doors.
And we're pounding
on doors randomly going, open up.
And so Greg took the north side of the street. I took the south side of the street, and we just both... And then I'm banging on like my seventh door. Door opens. There's the guy. And I'm like, hold on a second. Greg. Greg comes running. We both shake his hand. He doesn't know what's happening.
He's just accepting that he's got fans from LA that have made the pilgrimage.
Right.
He's happy. And but we have to get on the ferry has docked and is putting on cars, and that's our last chance to make our flight to get back to that ferry, the one that we beat. And we start running down the street trying to get to the ferry, and this woman in a Jeep picks us up. You remember that?
Yeah.
We hitched like this woman. We explained it to her. She completely loved the got into the spirit of it. She like gunned it towards the ferry, went into the wrong way down a street because like the ferry line for the next ferry was already there, and pulled us up.
So we had to kill her.
No witnesses. That was the plan.
Still unsolved. But so flash forward years, Greg's gone on to create half the TV shows people have watched, and I've gone on to my foolishness. And one day I get this, someone tells me, Ari Emanuel, the famous Ari Emanuel's on line 1, agent to the stars. He's like, I just talked to Greg. He told me the story of you guys.
Yes, he thought it would be a movie.
And he said, it's a movie. And I said very calmly, no, Ari, it's not.
It's an anecdote.
It's two nerds doing something very nerdy. Yeah. If Anecdote Film starts making films, then maybe, but
Ari's got really good instincts, and so I don't know.
It's true.
Maybe that should have been the next project.
That'll be the next thing we do.